All right, baby, some good Apex news. Honestly, finally, it seems like we're over that drought, and I'm pretty happy about it. Over the last couple of days, seems like we've all all positive stuff here to talk about, so I'm pretty excited about it, and today is no different. We've got some other good things I want to discuss in today's video, so make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, comment down below if you guys want a chance to win the Horizon heirloom giveaway. The event starts tomorrow. Probably going to be picking a winner like the next week or so. In today's video, we are talking about SIPHON finally coming into Apex, it seems like, and then also a new feature that seems to finally been working. It's actually been a feature in the game for quite some time, but it's never worked until finally now. We got some drama as well with the Reddit protest and much more. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. First thing that I wanted to make mention of here, I guess we'll start off with the drama to go ahead and get the bad stuff out. Apex Legends Reddit is on the brink of permanently shutting down, meaning going private indefinitely, as mods have put it to a vote with its users. And you can see like basically the users have decided to go private indefinitely because of this whole blackout stuff that they're doing with Reddit. I'm a little uneducated as to what exactly is going on. Like, I've heard a lot of like moderators and stuff of this subreddits, and they've all been like going against Reddit for some reason, and I don't really know why or what exactly is going on. I just know that there's been a lot of protest with it, and so like a lot of people are shutting down the subreddit stuff, and nobody can actually go on it. And the CEO has apparently come out a couple of times and said he doesn't care or something along those lines. It's been a little weird, honestly. Nonetheless, Apex is involved as well, so it seems like maybe the Reddit could be going down for the Apex Legends side of things. However, they did say that the polls are believed to be hijacked by users outside of the community, which is swaying the result. Thank you to Nico for tagging me in that over on Twitter. We'll see how exactly that pans out, because we know that obviously there's been some good news coming out of the Apex Legends Reddit. In the last couple of years, we've had a lot of dev. I don't know if the devs like actually talk there, or if that's where they talk, if they talk somewhere else. I have no idea, but we know that the devs do a lot of stuff on Reddit. We know a lot of like viral topics come from Reddit as well. But like I said, I have like never used Reddit, and honestly I probably should, because it's probably a source of a lot of good information. Matter of fact, that's probably true. I'm going to start doing it right now. Well, and as soon as I start, then they're going to shut down, but I'll still start anyways. So not only that, the big one, obviously one of the bigger reasons I'm sure you guys clicked on the video, is the fact that we are getting SIPHON, it seems like. Now, if you're confused as to what in the world SIPHON is, basically it's a mechanic in a game, and I know Fortnite's done a little bit of work with this. I don't know if they still do this or not, but basically when you get a kill, sometimes it's even when you get a knock, you get a little bit of health regen back in that. So you basically get a little bit of health points for getting kills, so it rewards you for getting kills. And this way is always kind of like combated third parties. Obviously armor swaps have been a big like anti third party mechanic that's in the game for a while, so I think that's why they really didn't gravitate towards SIPHON too much. But now it seems like this is going to be in the Revenant Reborn rework. So instead of explaining it in a lot of detail, let me give you like the rundown of what's going on. You all know that Revenant Reborn has been a thing. It's been leaked in the past. We've known some abilities that could be basically in there. Turns out there's multiple builds of the game where you can have multiple different versions of Revenant Reborn. That seems to be true. Looks like there was another version of Revenant Reborn that had different abilities, right? So it seems like now, since there's more information about what Revenant Reborn could be, what are the final results going to be? I don't know, probably like a mixture of the two. So in this second version of Revenant Reborn, it seems like the abilities are obviously a little bit different, which is why it would be a second version of it. So climbing passive is still in effect. However, there's an additional passive to this Revenant Reborn, and that means that he can also highlight low health enemies. Yay, another scanning ability to some degree. Now, as Thornton and some other news outlets had reported as well, this makes total sense, because now that you're going to have a little bit of a nerf coming to Seer, or at least a rework, it seems like Seer's actually getting somewhat of a silence, and then also a lot of the highlights and diamond stuff is going to be going away with his ultimate ability. So it seems like obviously the trade-off here makes a little bit of sense. The tactical ability seems to be the same of what the other version is, where it's like some sort of boost up into the air, like a super jump. I think the other one called it like a tactical hook shot, which is more of like a grapple, but they said it works basically like a Vantage tactical ability does, which kind of makes sense too, because I'm pretty sure in like the trailers we've seen Revenant super jump, and like we've never really seen it in the game. Now here's where the SIPHON comes in. Revenant's ultimate will still use the totem model, but instead of turning into a shadow and obviously getting sent back to the totem whenever you die, Revenant will instead get health and shield regeneration upon knocking and killing an enemy, aka SIPHON. Now, personally, I really like this because I feel like this is more of a balance to battle royale rather than, you know, having a free life and just go get the freely push someone and destroy their game. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those cringy guys that used Revtain all the time, and I really enjoyed doing it, and it was a lot of fun to be able to go and get in a fight and not have to worry about like actually dying or anything. But I don't think that's like balanced at all for battle royale. But this version of Revenant, honestly, I do think this is a lot more balanced. This is more so rewarding you for actually doing good, and when you're getting kills and such, you're getting an anti third party kit basically by getting some extra health and shield, which will allow teams to fairly reset in a fight rather than getting screwed over because there was a team ratting in the zone and no one knew, and they didn't know, and they didn't have the ability to scan or something, which honestly you could say is still a skill issue. But I feel like if a team does, you know, somewhat of due diligence and doesn't see anyone around and they want to go take a fight, they go and take a fight, they wipe them because they're better, they should have some sort of a chance to actually reset. And I feel like a lot of the ways that we have it in right now in Apex is just not a chance at all. So SIPHON is something I've always advocated for, and so I'm really glad that they're actually adding this. I hope they add this anyways. Don't forget, this is still just a leak, and it's still just one version of Revenant Reborn. It doesn't mean that it's final. There's also another version of Revenant Reborn that has slightly different abilities, which obviously when it comes to the final form, who knows which one they're going to choose. But I hope that they choose at least this version, or it could be a combination of the two, but I really hope that this ultimate stays. So I guess technically it's not good news if you don't like the idea of SIPHON, but personally I do, and I feel like it's a good balance for battle royale. So I think this is a very good addition that could be coming pretty soon. Also wanted to mention that we have another good thing. This is actually good news no matter what. Like, this actually is not bad news at all, no way you interpret it. Thank you to Bryson for tagging me in this over on Twitter. He reported that he had joined a match in progress. So it's good to know, I didn't even know this, that the searching for player feature actually does something now. All of this time in control mode or the mixtape playlist at all, it would always just say, you know, like if someone leaves that they're searching for a player, but it never actually searched for a player or got a new player in. And it seems like finally now that feature does work. As you can see right here, it just basically tells you that you are joining a match in progress, complete the match for a bonus XP reward and all of this stuff. So it's nice to know that if you have teammates that leave in the mixtape playlist, you should be able to get some teammates back in to fulfill those roles. Also, I've seen though the mixtape has a lot of issues with like PC players getting into console lobbies. I'm not sure what's causing that, but yes, I've seen all the people tag me. It has been a ton of people. I don't know what exploit they're using. I don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it. All I know is that a lot of console players have tagged me in it, saying that they are extremely frustrated with it as well. So just something to be aware of. Lastly, just want to mention, this was awesome to see. 10-year-old Lil Fredson is his name, just won his first LAN event ever while competing against a world champion, setting a fine example for the younger generation. If you guys are not familiar with this kid, he's actually the one that had also played in a ranked game with Imperial Hal, and like, you know, Hal went down like 3 or 4 times and Lil Fredson had to clutch up, and he did so, and he revived Hal like many of times and clutched up all of these times, and Hal was like giving him a shout out, you know, saying this kid is cracked. But it's really nice to see such good talent at such a young age. Obviously I know this guy has a huge future ahead of him in the gaming scene if he chooses, but it's also just nice to see like dreams becoming reality for people. Last night I'd asked you guys to go show some love to my brother for Father's Day on his like second ever kick stream, and it made his night like you could not imagine. And to see like the joy on someone else's life is just so fulfilling sometimes, man. Thank you guys so much for the support over the last couple of weeks. It's been a really weird turn of events with the way that like we're doing content now, because we're streaming a little bit more. I think we played the Challenger Circuit number 4 this past week, and I was not expecting to do as good as we did, but we did make it to round 3. We've had some of the most views on stream that I'd had in a while, and it was just so fun to see all the support. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and all that you do. Hope you guys had a great Father's Day yesterday if you are in the parent club. Also, you know, why not just, you know, belated happy Mother's Day to all the parents out there. If you're a kid, then happy Kids Day. I just made it up, but you guys are all special. Love you all so much. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, I'll see you later, Gators.